Live from the Caterpillar Global Communications Center at Bradley University, this is BUTV News.
Good evening and welcome to BUTV News. I'm Julia Hunt.
And I'm Micah Gatewood. Let's take a look at the news. This Monday, Bradley's Chief Information Security Officer, David Scuffham, sent out a warning regarding phishing emails. Over the weekend, many scam emails targeting students were sent with QR codes attached that posed as late-night BU raffle form. The warning reminds students that the basics of detecting a potential scam online, such as unknown email addresses and a URL login in prompts. The warning also reminds students to update and change their passwords regularly to ensure account safety.
This Valentine's weekend has brought both warmth and mourning to campus. Basketball college coach and Bradley alum Joseph R. Stowell passed away at the age of 99. Joe Stowell left a large impact on Bradley University as both a student athlete and coach for the basketball team. In 1950, he helped Bradley win the Missouri Valley Conference title. He also played in the championship games of the NIT and NCAA finals. 6 years later, he became assistant coach and eventually head coach for both the men and women's team. His expertise allowed him to provide strategies outside of campus as well. Having served as assistant coach for the national Egyptian basketball team during the Los Angeles 1984 Olympics. His legacy reflects hard work, commitment, and triumph, participating in over more than 1,000 Bradley games and earning him the title of second head coach with the most wins in program history. With his time as broadcaster, his sports involvement spans decades, and the loss reminds us about how community and to show our loved ones how much we care. Our most sincere condolences to his family, and may he rest in peace.
Following the eventful weekend comes many exciting dates to your calendar. Yesterday, February 17th, welcomed the Lunar New Year, also known as Spring Festival. The worldwide celebration marks the start of a new zodiac cycle based on the Chinese lunar calendar. 2026 is the year of the horse, which indicates freedom, vitality, and ambition to those believers born under the sign. It includes elaborate meals, red decorations, and cleaning of homes. We wish a happy Lunar New Year to those who celebrate on campus and Gong Shi Fat Sai. Ash Wednesday, another holiday, lands today, the 18th. The Christian date serves to officiate the start of the Lent period. This seasonal time is observed by Christians to reflect and repent from sin. It's demonstrated by marking a cross symbol made from the ash of the forehead. To those who worship, St. Mark's Church will have student mass at 8 p.m. and more information on the QR code. February 18th also marks the 9th month of the Islamic calendar. Observed worldwide, this period is referred to as Ramadan and lasts around 30 days. Through fasting, communal prayer, and community, Muslims reflect during this time of Ramadan. And as a reminder, Peoria's mosques offer a space for community iftar.
As most Peorians know, there's no outdoing the classics, and fashion is not the exception. Vintage clothing, thrifting, and artisan collectibles, all this with over 60 plus vendors at the Illinois Vintage Fest, coming to Peoria this Sunday, the 22nd. Drop by anytime from 11 to 5 p.m. at the Embassy Suites Hotel in East Peoria. They're also open to hosting vendors, and students are welcome to apply. You can stay connected by following their Instagram at Illinois Vintage Fest. Ran by Shane Kelly and Dibs Vintage, they operate within the Midwest and provide small businesses the opportunity to sell retro items. If nostalgia overtakes you this Sunday, visit the Illinois Vintage Fest to bring back memories.
Later this evening at 7:30 p.m., Bradley hosts the Birch String Trio to present their chamber music program, composed by Rachel Walter, Rebecca Viker, and Dr. Hannah Ramora. Their program will include performance and a small free concert at the Dingle Dime Music Center. Visiting from Iowa State University's Department of Music and Theater, the trio performs chamber music throughout time, ranging from Arnsky to Paul Winneco. The music department's cello professor, Dr. Sarah Arnun, will represent and hold the honor of joining the string trio for a quartet. Music meister or not, the concert is open to the public and invites keen ears to appreciate the string family.
Improvise this line here is probably one of the phrases you would expect to see in an improviser's script. Their performance, however, will be an all-professional show starring Barbecue Kitten. As the group claims, they're regarded as the university's best improv troupe. They're also the only improv troupe on campus. And their first show's coming up this Friday, February 20th from 7 p.m. until the finale. Located at New Miller Hall, the show will be Animal Crossing themed and is open to all villagers. On this Friday, February 20th, the Sigma Nu fraternity is looking forward to bringing back the annual game ball run, a long-standing tradition. The fraternity has members run a total of 45 miles in shifts, with runners carrying a ball from Normal all the way to Peoria. They will then be received by the Peoria Civic Center at 2 p.m. Friday. Their commitment has recently allowed them to raise more than $20,000. They are hoping to raise as much as possible to support specialized assistance for young patients at OSF Healthcare and its kids program. After the game ball run, Sigma Nu will present their total yield during a break from the men's basketball game against the ISU Redbirds this Saturday, the 21st. After the break, Kerrigan Craig confirms the sunshine will stay or give us the cold shoulder.
And after, an update to charge your social battery with Cassie Maxwell.
How do you know when you've made the right decision? It's the feeling you get in your gut. The one that tells you what's right or wrong. It's the one that says, sure, I can have a drink. Or the feeling that says, okay, I've been drinking. Now what? It's the voice inside you that says, I'm buzzed. Better leave the car when it's time to go. Plan ahead. Catch a sober ride. Buzz driving is drunk driving.
It's important to get a flu shot each and every year because flu viruses are constantly changing and immunity from the vaccine decreases over time. Flu vaccines are updated annually to work against that year's viruses. The best time to get your shot is in the fall, but getting it later can still help. Getting a flu shot lowers your risk of getting sick, and if you do happen to get flu, it's likely to be less severe.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
My mom texted me before the show and said that the roads in Minnesota are terribly icy and snowy. It's really bad up there right now.
Really?
Oh, yikes.
Well, today I almost skipped class so I could go hang out on the quad. Dr. Waychunas, if you're watching, I'm a very dedicated student. I was there at your 3 p.m. today.
It's definitely warmer. I wore a t-shirt today, which has been really nice.
I'm so glad that the weather is getting back to spring and summer. Well, not this weekend, though. I just saw it.
Not this weekend, no. Well, speaking of which, welcome back, Braves, to your wonderful Wednesday weather report. The last week or so has been very typical in Midwest fashion, with weather being so beautiful. Most of us have forgotten it is, in fact, still February. Looking at the radar, we can expect some mild, dry conditions for the rest of the day. Over the next 24 hours, our eastern Illinois folks can expect some foggier weather. Us here in Peoria do have a small chance of rain hitting us tomorrow evening, but your odds of needing to pack an umbrella are pretty slim, with only a 35% chance or so. Moving on to the temperature map, Illinois has done a complete 180 by being in the 50s and 60s this week. Today has been our high, with some of our St. Louis area folks experiencing almost 70-degree weather. But we will be brought back down from that high as we look into the rest of the week, which brings us into the 5-day forecast. I hope all of you watching have been taking advantage of your outdoor hot girl walks, because we unfortunately will have to say see you later to them as the week continues. Today, our high was 61 degrees, but the rest of this week calls for a steady decline in temperatures. As the degrees steep lower, you will see that Sunday will be our coolest day with a high of 29 and a low of 16. But starting next week, we can see a rise in temperatures once again. So for the weekend, bundle up, Braves. Now it's time for your entertainment news with Cassie Maxwell.
Poker Night at the Inventory stopped sales in 2019. However, on March 5th, a remaster of the game will be coming out on Steam with better graphics and new gameplay features. Now you can beat the iconic characters Max from Sam & Max, Heavy from Team Fortress 2, Strongbat from Homestar Runner, and Tycho from Penny Arcade in better quality. Also, for the game Team Fortress 2, the exclusive items that could only be gotten from the original will be returning to the remaster along with some new ones. This is a huge deal for Skunk Ape Studios, who have been working on remastering almost all Sam & Max content made by Telltale Games, as this will be the first game they remaster containing characters who are not directly part of the Sam & Max ones. Is poker with fictional characters not your cup of tea? How about yoga with kittens instead? If you schedule an appointment and head to the River Kitty Cafe at 9 a.m. this Saturday, you'll be guided through yoga by a trained instructor with plenty of cats to keep you company. It's $25 per person, and you have to bring your own mat, lest you end up doing yoga on the floor. If you can't make it this time, then don't worry. The same event is held on the third Saturday of every month, so there will be plenty of chances and a variety of kittens for you to stretch with in the future. Be careful though, you might just get attached and have to adopt one of them. In some more jarring news for people who've grown up on the internet, on February 9th, the social platform Discord announced that it will be assuming all users are teenagers by default, not letting them access mature content unless they use facial age estimation or submit proof of their identity to verify their age. Discord is not the first platform to have done this, with YouTube, Instagram, and Roblox requiring a show of ID to access certain features in the name of child safety. However, the backlash is stronger than ever, with the Google search for Discord alternatives going up by 10,000% within 48 hours of the announcement.
Kitten yoga sounds super fun.
I want to go so badly.
I've never heard of kitten yoga. I feel like I've heard like dog, goat, kitten's new.
I know, I'm excited. I really, really am.
I hope no one accidentally steps on or touches the kids. I hope not. But I know
let's try
it's
to
call.
avoid that, Mike. I suppose they are called K18 for a reason. Our next, our interviewee guest will tell us more about that.
Most hiring algorithms would scream me out.
Some bosses couldn't see me as a leader.
I've run this place for 20 years, but I still need to prove that I'm more than what you see on paper.
I've been running code as long as I've been able to reach a keyboard.
This is what I do. It's second nature for me, coordinating 100 details at once.
It's the way my mind works. I have a very mechanical brain.
I sold them on my skills.
You gotta be so good they can't ignore you.
My magic is
analytics and empathy. That's how I get clients. You have to have the confidence in yourself to show up and defy the odds.
I'm more than who I am on paper.
I never got a college degree. And today, I'm the CEO of my own company. People want to tell me I'm one in a million, when actually I'm one of millions. Stars are all around us. It's time for them to shine.
Every day, thousands of kids start vaping. And I can't let this happen to my kid. Of course, it's awkward to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping. Hey, bestie, how sketch is vaping? It's hard to get their attention. Ready? Go. Yes, look at that. You didn't turn yours over. So if you want to talk to your kids about the dangers of vaping, you have to get it trending. Right, Backpack Kid?
Let's do it.
First, invite your kid to do the vape talk. Let's try this. All right.
Why is he here?
Yeah, I gotta get it trending, honey.
Come on.
To the left. To the right. Let's go.
Oh, honey, can we talk?
Yeah, what's up?
I see a lot of your friends vaping.
Visit talkaboutVaping.org for tips on when and how to have the vape talk.
This weekend, lights, music, and higher energy choreography will take over the stage as Bradley's K-pop dance troupe, K18, prepares for their latest showcase. Joining us here today to share more is Erin Selena Adams. Thank you for being here.
Thank you for having me.
Of course, of course. So for viewers who may not be familiar with your group, what is K18 and what do you do?
So we are Bradley's resident K-pop cover group. Essentially, what we focus on is bringing anyone who's interested in K-pop or just learning to dance. And then every Saturday from 5 to 7, and then Sundays from 1 to 3, we teach 2 different dances to help people who have that love for K-pop be able to indulge in it with the community on campus. But aside from that, we also do have performances on campus. Sometimes it's a more light commitment if those who wish to do so. There's no hard pressure for that.
That's amazing to hear. I love the fact that it's all inclusive and very intuitive with the K-pop culture as well. What goes into preparing for the performances like this?
So for a performance like this is more of a showcase situation. We have invited groups across campus to come and perform, not even just dance. We've also invited groups to sing for us as well, and we've invited groups in Chicago because Chicago has a pretty big K-pop dance community as well. So we've invited a lot of our friends to come participate here. So it's a lot of reaching out and then organizing the space and having decorations and just making sure that we have a nice, fun, safe, and enjoyable environment for everyone to perform in.
That sounds like an amazing time, an amazing time for community and togetherness as a whole, dance as a whole. So how has being a part of K18 helped you grow as a performer yourself?
So I'm a theater performance major, but my love is in musical theater. And so while unfortunately we do not have a lot of dance intensive courses here, having K18 has allowed me to also grow that skill that I don't necessarily already have before joining.
That's amazing to hear. That's amazing to hear. That sounds like it's a very tedious but very exciting journey as a performer as well. So your showcase is this weekend, as you said. What can your audience expect from this?
They can expect a variety of, it's Valentine's Day themed, so the performances will have a love theme to them, and they can just expect to come and enjoy good music and good performances as people showcase our talents, and even smaller units within our own club come out to showcase what they love and things that they've been working on throughout the year.
That's amazing to hear. That's so amazing to hear. Where and when can students come see the show, and how can they stay connected with K18?
So this weekend we are having our show in the Student Center Ballroom from 2 to 4, and then they can stay connected through K18 on Instagram, K18BU, and then also we do have an Instagram for our alumni group in Chicago, K18 Dance.
Great to know. So thank you so much for joining me for the interview.
Yes, thank you for having me.
The Valentine's spirit lives on and manifests this Friday, the 20th. Central Illinois Friends is a Peoria-based clinic/organization that brings all the New Orleans magic near campus at 4 Points by Sheraton, located at Hamilton Boulevard. Starting at 6 and going to 10 p.m., CI Friends formal event is fundraising party that aims to build a positive LGBTQ+ community and mental health support. Food, entertainment, and more can be found at their website, centralillinoisfriends.org. It's not over till it's over, and Delaney Giles gives us the latest calls from the refs.
And at the horizon, a visit from our vintage string and percussion performance.
The impact of a meal goes well beyond feeding our bodies. Because when people are fed, futures are nourished. Everyone deserves to live a full life. And with your help, together we can end hunger. Join the movement at feedingamerica.org/actnow.
Life doesn't always give you time to change the outcome. Prediabetes
does. One in 3 adults has prediabetes, and you could be one of them. There are usually no signs for prediabetes, so it's important to understand your risk. With early diagnosis, prediabetes can be reversed. And you can change the outcome. Take the 1-minute prediabetes risk test today. Go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
You need some help?
Your tow chains are a little loose. Could spark a wildfire. I could show you how to secure them properly if you'd like.
Sure. Thanks a lot.
Anytime. You should check out SmokeyBear.com. They've got a bunch of tips on wildfire prevention.
Only you can prevent wildfires.
All right, guys, so it's the most wonderful time of the year, the Winter Olympics, of course. What have you guys been following? What have you been watching? I'm dying to know.
Figure skating for me. I've loved figure skating ever since I was really little, and it's very intense. I've been watching very closely.
For sure, luge and snowboarding. I've been really into snowboarding and luge. It's really exciting to watch.
I've been loving watching hockey. Now, obviously, Bradley's not necessarily Olympic level, but hello, everyone, and welcome back to BUTV Sports. There's a lot going on in the world of Bradley athletics, so let's get right into it. Let's kick things off with our women's basketball team. The Braves faced the Evansville Aces on Friday, where they took the lead right off the bat. And though the Aces fought back, Bradley had a 1-point lead heading into halftime. The Braves went on a 9-point run in the third quarter, and while the Aces cut the lead to 5, Kayla Nelson nailed all 6 of her free throws in the final 30 seconds of the game. Key performances from Ellie McDermott, Kayla Nelson, and Maya Foz led the Braves to clinch a 79-68 victory. On Sunday, the Braves continued their road trip as they faced the Southern Illinois Salukis. Bradley took an early lead, but the Salukis fought back, heading into halftime with a 27-24 lead. At the start of the third, the Salukis went on a 7-point run, giving them a 10-point lead. Both teams went back and forth, and Nelson hit 2 free throws to tie the game. The Salukis regained the lead, but 2 layups from Perryman solidified Bradley's lead. The Braves earned a 56-53 victory, securing their 4th straight win. The Braves will be back at home on Friday and Sunday as they host Murray State and Belmont. Now on to men's basketball, who also spent some time in Carbondale this past week. The Braves faced the Southern Illinois Salukis on Sunday in a close game. Both teams were on the attack in the first half as the game was tied at 28 at halftime. The second half was where the Braves turned it up a notch, outscoring Southern Illinois 7-0 over the final minute and 47 seconds of the game, leading to their 70-60 victory. Jaquan Johnson led the Braves with 24 points, 7 rebounds, and 3 steals in 31 minutes played. Alex Hubrecht scored 4 3-pointers, finishing with 14 points. This victory completes a regular season sweep of the Salukis for Bradley and the 8th straight win against Southern Illinois. Head coach Brian Wardle reached a major milestone this past week as the victory against SIU marked his 111th Missouri Valley Conference win, making him the new record holder for most MVC wins by a Bradley head coach. Congratulations, Coach Wardle. The Braves will face Valparaiso tonight on the road and then return home on Saturday as they host Illinois State. Moving on to hockey, the Braves finished their season this past weekend when they headed up north for an outdoor game against the University of Wisconsin-Platteville. With goals from Grady Blessing, Blue Beckwith, Wes Straker, Reese Durford, and Vinnie Felice, the Braves secured a 7-5 victory, ending their season on a high note. Looking ahead, tennis heads to Michigan to face Oakland and Eastern Michigan. Women's golf heads to Arizona for the Rio Verde Invitational. Men's golf will compete in the Savannah Intercollegiate. Track competes in the Arkansas Qualifier and Alex Wilson Invitational. Softball heads to Tennessee, where they'll play 5 different teams. Baseball will play UNLV. Women's basketball plays Murray State and Belmont at home. And men's basketball hosts Illinois State at Carver. That's all for BUTV Sports Tonight.
Always good to hear about our sports teams. Really looking forward to ISU game this weekend for men's basketball.
Should be a good one.
Should be a good one. I'll see you guys there. This 4th quarter will close out with a keyboard mono concierto.
But beforehand, Bradley gets to business and announces students these 3 vital dates.
Be right there. Wait. Use the shovel and bucket of water, remember? Drown, stir, drown, feel. Then make sure it's cool.
Where'd you learn that?
SmokeyBear.com. Brushed up on some tips before we left. Don't want to start a wildfire, right?
Only you can prevent wildfires.
Let's take a look at some upcoming events. This Saturday, February 21, BSA will host the Black Excellence Ball with tons of fashion, food, and friends. The event starts rolling at 6 p.m., so tailor that suit in time. 2 days later, from the 23rd to the 24th, the Mitchell Student Center ballroom will be filled with musical guests at Gallery with Jazz at the Heart. Orchestra bands Diva and Five Play will whiplash the ballroom, accompanied by the Bradley Jazz Ensemble. Prepare for tunes that will leave you jazz-stonished. If you're considering enrolling into May or summer sessions this year, Bradley has good news. The university has offered their credit hours at more affordable rates. Your time at Bradley matters, so be open to all opportunities for education. The offerings will be available starting next Tuesday.
It's a good thing I got my suit tailored in time. I will be at the Black Excellence Ball this weekend.
Good. Sounds like a lot of fun.
It's gonna be. I know it is.
It's gonna be a good time. You'll have to show us some pictures from
I
it.
will, most definitely. I'll take a lot of pictures for y'all.
You'll have to report back.
Yes.
Oh, yeah, I definitely will. No doubt.
All right, well, that's it for BUTV News this week. I'm Julia Hunt.
I'm Cassie Maxwell. I'm Delaney Giles.
I'm Kerrigan Craig.
And I'm Mikey Gatewood. We leave you tonight with a performance from Lacer Lee. Have a great night.